I bought a house next to an 80-year-old racetrack, and it's too noisy for me. I want it shut down. Does that make much sense to you? Is that logical thinking? Logical or not, it's become a thought and a problem, all too common throughout every form of American motorsport, from drag strips in Michigan or ovals in Indiana, all the way to former cup tracks in Nashville. While car counts, crowd numbers, and the rising cost to compete are all prevalent enemies to the world of local motorsports right now, the biggest antagonist has always been attacks from outside the concrete walls that hold in our horsepower. But maybe we finally have an opportunity to change that. It's a tale as old as the combustion engine. Racetrack was built in the middle of farm fields almost a century ago. Civilization slowly popped up and closed in over time. And all of a sudden the families in the subdivision up the road decide that the noise is simply too much to handle on a handful of Saturdays a year. So petitions are filed, council meetings are called, a Karen with a $220 haircut and $550,000 McMansion says the noise is ruining her life. Noise ordinances, or worse, are put in place. Relationships with local officials are damaged. The news picks it up. The track bleeds out, the gates close, the lights go out. The new neighbors win, and decades of racing history and family tradition is leveled by bulldozers for more new neighbors. It's a story we're familiar with here at home in Indiana and Michigan. We've had more than our share of outside battles with those seeking to quiet the sound of race engines, or shut them down altogether. Most of you are probably familiar with Kalamazoo Township battles over sound ordinances, even at one time including a proposal of a limit of 55 decibels, comparable to the hum of a refrigerator. The closest operating track to Kalamazoo is Galesburg Speedway. Their ownership group faced the township board in March of 2025 due to problems stemming all the way back to a 1989 court case, severely limiting what renovations and improvements were allowed at the facility. Jeff Sales, a member of Galesburg's ownership family, was quoted as saying, quote, "They're spending all this money to try and push us out of the community when we're trying to bring people into the community by having a venue for people to come and enjoy," end quote. And therein lies the problem. Instead of the racetrack being part of the community, it's treated as the big nasty monster that needs driven from town with pitchforks. But now, as I alluded to earlier, we have an opportunity to curb the problem. North Carolina and Iowa recently passed laws protecting existing racetracks from those never-ending and ever-annoying noise complaints. And now Indiana, Ohio, and others have proposals to follow suit. The Right to Race proposal, or House Bill 1415 in Indiana, prevents property owners within a 5-mile radius from filing nuisance complaints against anything designated as a racetrack or racing facility. The protection applies even if the racetrack were to renovate, expand, or change ownership. For a change, we have an opportunity to get a win against the outsiders who want to quiet our engines. Don't let this opportunity drive away from us. If you are in Indiana, Ohio, Oklahoma, or Kansas, our opportunity to get this done for our home tracks is now. Contact your local legislators in support of your state's Right to Race bill. A link to help find your representatives in Indiana will be linked in the description or comments of this video. Do you remember Warsaw? A successful Indiana fairgrounds track was killed off in 1990 when a group of 7 neighbors filed a lawsuit. A revival attempt in 2018 was met with more suits. Support the Right to Race bill. Contact your representatives. Remember Onondaga Dragway in Michigan? Multiple suits have locked their gates over the years, and even adding a sound berm to appease neighbors resulted in a lost 2025 season due to ordinances. Same for the drag strip in Osceola, Indiana. Plans to expand, longtime pillar of the community, neighbor pushback finally did it in. Support the Right to Race bill. Contact your representatives. Tracks aren't just noise. They're traditions. They're classrooms. They're proving grounds. They're places of worship. It's fathers and sons. It's mama's favorite racers. It's the drivers who give everything they have, and the kids who think they're heroes. It tastes like popcorn and hot dogs. It smells like hot rubber and 110 octane. And it feels like home. I don't want to lose my home. We have an opportunity. Let's get it across the line. See you at the races, friends.